Welcome to the 7 Keys to High Payback Meetings. One of the very best things you can do for your career is to learn to run great meetings. Author Robert Copeland once said to get something done, a meeting should consist of no more than 3 people, 2 of whom are absent. How many meetings do managers have each month? It can be up to 60, and managers believe half of them are a waste of time. Do you try and do your own work during the meeting? 75% of us do. Just about every company has a course on how to run productive meetings, yet what do managers rate as the #1 time waster? Unproductive meetings. Well, a few years ago, a Harvard study found the source of the problem. Despite complaints, managers actually like going to meetings. Deep in our psyches, whether we like to admit it or not, we need the social interaction and the recognition of status that meetings provide. Since we're stuck with them, how do we make meetings work? Make them high impact. Rules are boring. Meetings don't have to be fun, as some suggest, but they do have to have impact, challenge, direction, full engagement, and rock-solid outcomes. Can you cut the time you spend in meetings by 50% and make the 50% you do spend 50% more effective? We think you can. When you combine the basic principles of team leadership with the 7 keys, you get high payback meetings. There are just 7 big principles that make the difference, and it's a couple of minutes for each of the 7 keys. Your ebook expands on the detail and gives you the action list for how and when to put it all into practice. Sequence is all important. Everyone knows you need a crystal clear outcome as your first step. But there's one word that changes the quality of that outcome dramatically. The word is have. Ask the question, what will we have at the end of the meeting that we didn't have before it? Then you decide whose meeting it is. When you complain about meetings, meetings can't hear you. They can't take feedback or correct themselves. Managers and leaders can. Give every single meeting an owner. Appraise the owner, not the meeting. And give owners the training they need to run great meetings. When you know the meeting's outcome and the owner who's responsible for getting it, you can find what type the meeting is. There are 5 basic types. And when you know what type it is, you can create a clear agenda. The owner uses the techniques to get the meeting to start on time and end on time, and this will save you a whopping 80% of the time losses from meetings. When you have a clear agenda, it's easier for the owner to ensure everybody is prepared. And with only the right people there, people who can actually contribute to the outcome, you get better participation and contribution and appropriate attendance. Your final action is to get action. There's always an agreed action plan at the end of any meeting, and it is circulated. Your organization needs meetings heroes to save it the time and money it squanders daily on inefficient meetings. You can be one with the 7 keys to high payback meetings. Stand out from the crowd and give your team's productivity a massive boost. Click on the link to get started.